Jardin Altamira. Can you tell me why you call it a Garden of Altamira and the special kind of plantation that you've done here?
For sure. We call it a garden because there is a lot of ants, a lot of insects, a lot of fauna, flora, and when you are here, if you make a little bit of silence, you can hear a lot of things. You are in the garden of your house. The difference is that you have a vineyard in the middle of it.
Excellent. And there's a very special formation of how everything's planted here. It doesn't look like your normal vineyard block.
No.
So can you tell me about the concept of Altos Las Hormigas and why you've planted it in this way?
Yeah, our concept is to show you how Malbec gets his own expression in different terroirs. So we put the vineyard, we make a soil map, and we put each block with a different kind of soil, and each kind of soil is irrigated in a different way, and each kind of soil is harvested in a different way, and the vinification is a different thing in the winery. So we can show you how Malbec is expressing itself in a different soil.
Excellent. And I mean, for me, this is one of the most interesting vineyards in Argentina, or probably the New World, really, because it's a very natural formation that you've kind of picked the plots. But you've also separated it into crus already.
Yep.
So for you, what is the difference between the cru wines? And tell us about how the soil is different and how that impacts the Malbec grown on there.
Okay, the cru is like a paint of maybe Picasso. The cru makes our Malbec film complete. We put the Mendoza in our different wines, but now we put in the micro parcel wines of cru, that we have 5 of them, where the soil have a really high amount of calcium carbonate in the rocks, and have maybe 30, 40, 50 centimeters of soil, topsoil, and then a lot of blocks, rocks, and that with the organic certification and the sustainability procedures that we have here, and the garden and the flora and the fauna, give us a really a wine that is like a precise. It's like a wow. It's like Mendoza, like the soil, it's like the chalk, the minerality, and for us it's like it's the present of Argentina.
Excellent.
Sure. Yeah.
And so these crus, when you have these rockier soils, you think it has a much more fine, kind of precise expression.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. And then tell me, my last question while we're here in the vineyard is about the biodiversity, because 25% of your vineyard is actually left to the native kind of fauna and the natural corridors. Why is it important to keep that biodiversity in the vineyard?
Because we think that the vineyard must coexist with the environment. We are not here to conquer the ecosystem, we are here to live with them. So we think that if we reach that balance, we can get the balance in the grapes and then in the wines. We think that if we respect the environment, then nature will give us its part.
Excellent. And you told me something very interesting in the car about some of the native flowers here and how that impacts the wine. Can you tell us about the blue flower that you have here and the characteristic it can add to the region?
Yeah, this really white, blue, purple flower that has a really tobacco aroma that gets in the pruning of the grapes, and sometimes you can feel it in the wines. It's like a tobacco chocolate flavor in the wine. It's really crazy. Actually, in the vineyard, that 20% of natives gets in the wines for sure. You can smell it. It's really easy, yeah, for sure.
Another reason why biodiversity is important. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.